Do your toe, man. What's up, man? You ever know, man? We back, man. Turns trucking, man. We back with another banger today. So today, man, we're gonna be talking about like how the trip plan. You feel me? How the trip plan within your HOS, like within your 11 hours. You feel me? 14 hours, 8 hours, 70 hours. Like how the trip plan or whatever. So like, I'm gonna show y'all though. You feel me? Cause we got the little tablet right here or whatever, bro. So like, we're gonna break it down. So we go right here, right? Like right here. So you see like we got right here we got 36 hours left or whatever. We got 36 hours cause I've been driving. I got 8 hours on my 14, 8 on my 30, which means I already took my 30-minute break, and then 11 hours to drive on my 7 hours to drive on my 11, which means I already been driving for the day or whatever, right? So like to trip plan though, like I'm gonna just use the load that I'm on right now. So the load I'm on was like 1,500 miles. I'm here already, like I'm already at the receiver or whatever. I dropped the load off in the morning. So like how I trip plan though, cause like when I did it, I had all these. I had a full 14, I had a full 70, a full 11, and a full 8. I mean, yeah. So I had that, right? So then I'm like, all right, the load pick up between Tuesday and Wednesday. It don't deliver till Monday, but I'm early. I'm like, so I trip plan to be early because I know it's 1,500 miles. I drive 500 miles a day, 600 miles a day. That's basically 2.5, 3 days for me to get there or whatever. So, you know, I just like, once you do it a few times, a lot of times, you know, then you really get the gist of it. You ain't got to write it down. But I know people that's like still starting, so they be having to like write it down or whatever. So I'm gonna just break it down like these. Like, if you got a 1,500 mile load, you know you could drive 500 miles a day. That's 3 days. But I'm gonna say always trip plan though at 50 miles an hour, you feel me? You don't never wanna trip plan to the last minute. Like let's say, I'm gonna get out there, let's say you an hour and 40 minutes away from your fuel stop, and once you get there, you're gonna take your 30. But you only got an hour and 50 minutes left on your 30 on this. Let's say right here you only got an hour and 30, right? No, an hour and 40. But you got an hour and 30 left driving until you get to your fuel stop. Stop. Don't try to go to your fuel stop. If you find a rest area coming up, if you got a rest area within the next 5 minutes or something, stop at that rest area. I'm gonna tell you now, because you never know what can happen. You can run into a traffic jam, accident, construction, anything, you feel me? And that could take longer. Let's say like, nah, you like, oh, nah, man, I'm good, I'm gonna make it, I did my trip plan. Then you get an accident happen on the road. Now you sitting there for 30 minutes, you feel me? Now you sitting there for 30 minutes. Like y'all slowly moving, but y'all not moving. So your clock steady on, let's say y'all slowly moving, so let's say you try to go to sleeper or whatever, cause y'all in traffic. But the traffic moving at a pace where, well, my tablet automatic. So like once I go over a certain speed limit, then like it just automatically click on the drive. So let's say you got a tablet like this, it's automatic. Like once you go over a speed limit, it just automatically click on the drive. So let's say y'all stuck in traffic, you feel me? And your tablet y'all going at a pace where your tablet is gonna keep you on driving. But y'all not really going nowhere, but y'all moving at a pace where your tablet think you driving, you feel me? So your tablet got you on drive, but you really not going nowhere, if that makes sense. So you really using your drive time, cause on your drive time, like if I go to drive right now, which I ain't gonna do cause I ain't driving, but you go to drive time, your 30 and your 11, they both keep moving, and your 14 keep moving. All these times right here keep moving on drive, all these. But you want to pay attention to this one, this 30 right here. You're gonna pay attention to this one. Let's say you got an hour and 30, hour and 40, like I was saying. You stuck in traffic for 30 minutes. This didn't dropped, but you didn't go nowhere in 30 minutes. So now it's like, now you ready to screw yourself, you feel me? Now you ready to screw yourself. So now it's like, damn, what the fuck am I gonna do? Cause now you messed yourself up. So now you gotta find somewhere quick to stop to take your break. You feel me? Let's say you passed up that rest area that was 5 miles away, and the next one is not to an hour away. You only got 30, 40 minutes on here now because you was stuck in traffic for an hour. So you only got 40 minutes on here. So now you done messed yourself up. You feel me? When you could have stopped at that rest area that was 5 miles back that way, you could have stopped, took your 30. So now this would have been full. You feel me? You would have had another 8 hours right here. 7 hours, 6 hours, 5 hours, you still would have been cool because you would have been able to stop if you was only an hour and 30 away from your fuel stop and you got like 2.5 hours on here. You gonna be able to stop for the night with this. You feel me? So you just like I say, just always trip plan. Like me, I trip plan at 50 miles an hour. I know that my truck go faster than 50 miles per hour, but I always trip plan at 50 miles an hour just in case something go wrong. I know, all right, I done gave myself enough space that if I do get hit in the traffic jam or something, that I know, okay, I'm not gonna run out of my hours. I'm not gonna run out of time on my 11 or time in my HOS. You feel me? So now let's break it down. Let's jump to the 70 right here. You see I got 36 hours remaining on my 70. These hours over here after the 27th, where I say 0, these hours right here, I'm gonna get these back. These hours will come here and I will get them back right there on my 70, if that makes sense. That's called recaps. So that means I could sit and take a 34, which is sitting a day and a half, but as a contractor, as an owner-operator, you don't want to do that. You don't want to sit, because you sit, you're not making no money. You feel me? As a company, you could sit, you could take a 34 because you don't have a truck payment to make or insurance to cover, or you feel me? Because you company, so you're not paying for none of that. But as contractors and owner-operators, we run off recaps, you feel me? And these is our recaps right here. So within a few days, after like 4 days, within like 4 days, I'm gonna get 8 hours back. Then after that day, I'm gonna get 5 hours. After that day, I'm gonna get 12. After that day, I'm gonna get 7. And they all gonna come back on my 70, which means I'm gonna get hours back to drive on, so I won't have to sit and take a 34, you feel me? Now let's go to 14. 14 right here, y'all see my 14 is still counting down. Even though I'm in sleeper, it's still counting down or whatever. That's just what the 14 do. But after like 10 hours, that's gonna reset, it's gonna go back to 14 hours. Now your 14 is how many hours you could be on duty. You feel me? Now, break it down. 11, that's how many hours I got to drive. So I done drove about 4 hours, 5 hours, somewhere around like 4 hours. So I still got 7 hours to drive left. I only got 8 hours to be on duty. These two combine too, so if I go to the drive, that's gonna get to moving, that's gonna get to moving. If this runs out before this, I have to stop. No matter if this say I got 5 hours, 4 hours left to drive, if this runs out, I have to stop. But you don't want this to run out, you feel me? Cause this run out, that's a violation. And any of these times run out, that's a violation, and you don't want no violation, cause DOT do not play with violations, and you don't want them tickets. I'm telling you now, I ain't never had no ticket or nothing, so I ain't never have to worry about it. But from what I know and from the people I talk to, you don't want no violation, you don't want no ticket, cause that go on your CSR score and all that. You don't want that on your record when you go apply for another high paying job or apply, you feel me? You don't want that. Just know you don't want them on your records. So like I say, 14 is how many hours you could be on duty or whatever, and count down. But after I'm in sleeper for like 2 hours, I get a sleeper berth change, so I press that. I'm gonna get hours back on my 14 or whatever. So that's really it though. Like I'm saying, man, you just always want to trip plan. Make sure you trip plan, bro. Cause if you don't trip plan, you gonna screw yourself up, bro. You always, no matter if it's a 500-mile load and you know, okay, it's only 500 miles, I can get there today. Something might happen, you feel me? It might rain really hard, roads might get flooded, you know, they might have you take a detour cause they doing construction on the highway or something. So you always just want to trip plan, bro. You don't never just want to jump into something without trip planning or looking for, like I say, always look at the weather before you do something, cause it's hella hot right now. Like it's overly hot, bro. On the way here, I just seen three wildfires. Like it's hot. So y'all just want to make sure that y'all trip plan. Make sure you stay hydrated. You know, always make sure you got something to drink. You know, make sure you got something to eat. Make sure it's enough fuel. Yeah, man, that's basically it, man. I'm just saying, like, just make sure y'all trip plan correctly, bro. Take your time. Don't rush your trip plan, man. Just make sure you give yourself enough time just in case anything do happen, bro. Cause you don't want no violation. I promise you, you don't. You don't want no violation, and you most definitely don't want to pay no tickets, bro. So just make sure y'all trip plan, make sure you do it correctly. You feel me? Like I keep saying, give yourself hours, bro, just in case anything do happen, bro. Just give yourself hours, just in case you do get stuck in a traffic jam or accident or anything, bro. Cause you got to think, man, we in the summer, everybody outside on the road, bro. All these new high school students that just graduated, getting their first car, you know. So you just gotta watch out for everything, bro. Just gotta prepare yourself, man. But look, that's the end of the video, man. Without no further ado, man, you know, it's your boy Trench Trucking. Make sure y'all boys like, share, subscribe. Tell your family about me, man. Put God first, you feel me? Family and loyalty come first before anything. You know, death before dishonor, always remember that. But yeah, without no further ado though, we gone. Catch y'all boys in the next video. Peace.